And following an offseason that saw us bring dramatic change to this defense, switching from a 4-3 to a 3-4, in the first round, drafting an edge rusher and an interior defensive lineman, plus a whole bunch of other trades. We start season 3. The first 2 seasons have not gone well, and it's been both offensively and defensively. So obviously we addressed a good bit of the defense in the offseason. We also addressed the offense a little bit, just pretty much switching the playbook to Cincinnati, letting Burrow just play with what he actually plays with, and maybe that'll work out. So let's actually take a look, before we get into the first matchup, at the current starting lineup, mostly defensively. Offense really didn't change. So when it comes to our base packages, so the 3-4, because we're using the Steelers playbook, so very simple, very limited amount of actual formations, which is what I think will maybe help us out a little bit. But in those base packages, on the interior of the defensive line, the left end will be Danielle Hunter. Over at right end, we moved Milton Williams back to that spot. He played a 4-3 right end for us his first season, then last year at DT, so he's kind of played a good rotation around. And then at DT, the starting guy will be the rookie in Tyquan McKee. Whenever we do come out in like a goal line formation, Godshaw will also come out. And then the third guy who I think would actually go out in the goal line is Tyler Shelvin. Sticking still with the base packages, Dion Easley, the 7th pick overall in the draft. He'll be getting the start at left outside linebacker. On the opposite side, we're going to have Arden Key. Key has been the best guy at getting sacks for us, which is unfortunate because he's really had, I think his best season was like 6 sacks. So just goes to show where we've kind of been when it comes to rush. As for the middle linebackers, Patrick Queen still the number 1 guy, now with Deion Jones. So those will be the 2 primary guys. We still have Quan Alexander and Jacob Phillips, who Phillips has been a starter for us, as well as Quan Alexander. So we kind of know what we get out of them, but felt that the improvement that we could get from Deion Jones was needed. At corner, going to be a little bit different this year. Whenever, again, base package, so just the 2 corners, it will be Derek Stingley Jr. and Christian Fulton on the outside. Whenever we go to the nickel, Greedy Williams will go to the outside, and Derek Stingley will slide on into the slot. That leaves Cordell Float to be like the primary backup, specifically for that slot spot, but also kind of on the outside. And then Lionel Potts, a guy we drafted, not in this previous draft, but the one before that, he's kind of just bottom of the rotation right now. At free safety, we brought back Patrick Peterson, moving him to safety. I feel like that would probably be a little bit of an upgrade over Mills, who we had last year. The coverage is going to be a lot better with Peterson. Hopefully the instincts as well are going to be a little bit better, but definitely want to try to see if Peterson struggles to get Percy Butler out there, see if we could develop him at any decent rate, or if we're still going to be looking for another safety come the end of this season if we don't win the Super Bowl, knock on wood. Xavier Woods going to continue to start for us at strong safety, and I'll probably lean more towards Eric Williams to come in if we need a backup over Teamer, so let's actually make that switch. But now when it comes to actual rushing, so nickel dime formations, we're going to start with Danielle Hunter on the outside. He's on a very short leash because last year he only had 1.5 sacks for us. So if he does not show that he could get the job done, I am perfectly fine putting in the 7th overall pick in Dion Easley and giving him a shot. They never really have the overall for these guys very high as edge rushers, despite them being specifically edge rushers. So we'll see. As for now, I definitely will get him put in there over with Anthony. Yeah, over Anthony. So it's going to be kind of a fight between him and Johnson. Johnson did come in and get, again, 1.5 sacks for us last year. So in a lot shorter time span, did just as much as Hunter. So Hunter's on a short leash. We'll see how his season starts. If it doesn't do very well, going to get Dion Easley out there. At the opposite side, again, Arden Key has been our sack leader throughout this series, so he's going to continue to get the start over on the right side. Easley, again, second guy there with Johnson, and, maybe those two might kind of rotate. I don't know. We're going to play the hot hand, essentially, when it comes to rushing the passer. The DTs are going to be Milton Williams and the rookie in Tyquan McKee. We also have Godshaw, who can be a decent rotation guy as well. So it's something we haven't had before, the defensive line. We have a rotation we could use. Sub backers are going to be Patrick Queen, Deion Jones, and Quan Alexander. As mentioned, Stingley will be the slot corner for us. And hopefully that will actually help us out, keep some points off the board, and allow our offense maybe a little bit more time to get going. But with the high-powered guys we have, I mean, Burrow, Jefferson, Moreau has been fantastic at tight ends. Davis Price has also been good at running back. A really good offensive line. We should be playing a lot better. So hopefully these changes help, and we're going to be testing it as we open up Season 3 with a rivalry matchup against the Falcons. And I felt like just for a little bit of some added good, hopefully, for us here, we're going to be rocking the throwbacks to start Season 3. Both teams wearing their 80s throwbacks, and definitely feel like the Falcons have the better of the two. Just my opinion. You can let me know yours down below. Also, one thing of note, I did tweak some of my audio levels for this episode, and will probably be in the next episode as well. So let me know if they sound better. Essentially, I just wanted to bring in a little bit more game audio. Felt like it's kind of been a little low of late. So hopefully that helps out, as we will get a first down to Boston Scott on the quick check down. So far, not a 3 and out. Is an improvement, I feel like. Again, we switched the playbook to Cincinnati. So hopefully that helps Burrow out, as there's a quick blitz, a late hit there on Burrow, but we get the halfback screen out for the first down. I'm assuming this is going to be a late hit call. And indeed, that's the case. So down to the 32 into plus territory for the first time this season. Double A gap look, as we'll hand it off. Boston Scott finds a little bit of a crease. We'll pick up 7 yards. We are going back to the heavy rotation at the running back spot. Again, going to use Boston Scott primarily as the receiving back, and then Davis Price as the primary go-to elsewhere. As he gets the carry here, cuts towards the middle, should have kept going down to the bottom, but picks up the first down as we move inside the red zone. An empty set here, 2 up top, 3 down below. Hard count, no one jumps. Burrow in the pocket, waiting. Pass rush coming in is Parsons, and he will hit home. First sack given up of the season comes off that right side. Now, I'm pretty sure the right side is where we have La'el Collins, our highest rated tackle, so maybe some tweaking of the offensive lineman may be needed as this season moves along. 3rd and 17. Need to get just inside the 9 for the first down as Burrow dumps it off. Going to be Moreau, who will pick up some yardage, but we needed about 10 more yards there. So it looks like it will be a field goal attempt to open the season. Same kicker as last year, Cade York from the 26. Boots it right through the middle, and we will grab 3 points early on. He was pretty decent for us last year. Hope to see that continue this year. But now's time for the big debut of this defense, as Carlos Ruiz takes the Falcons offense onto the field, and he had a pretty good season last year. The Falcons have played really good this series, and our defense has not. Hopefully with the new playbook, the new style here, some of the new additions, we'll see some better play, as it's a read option play 1, and Milton Williams gets the tackle in the backfield, loss of 1. Both Williams and Daniil did have, I think, 10 tackles for a loss, or about 10 for each. So we know they could get stuck in the run game, but it's the pass rushing that we've struggled with, as Daniil opens his day with a sack. Already about tying what he did for us in its entirety last season. Of course, his teammates at the sideline hyped to see that sack return. 3rd and 12, need to get off, or 3rd and 21. Need to get off the field here. They'll dump it off up top. 2 will get the grab and a few yards, but definitely not enough for the first. 4th and 14, Fulton gets the stop, and the defense will get off the field. Well, the first drive for our offense showed promise. Need to just cap it off with a touchdown, as Joe Burrow starts in shotgun with a slant. Gonna get caught. That's Chark fighting for the first down, and he will get the first down by about an extra yard. So not by much, but enough. And that's really all we need. Just do enough. I'm not asking for a lot, just consistency, as that pass gonna get picked off the tip is Wagner with the INT, setting up the Falcons at the 45. Can't really hate Burrow on that pick. That was just a great play there by the Falcons defense. Unfortunately, it goes to one of my favorite linebackers in Bobby Wags. Great stop there from Patrick Queen, a young guy that does definitely have some potential. He has played well. He's definitely played well in this series, but he hasn't been like that dude, as a strike right across the middle is the area of concern when it comes to our DBs and our coverage. Robinson gets the grab for the Falcons there, setting him up at the 26. It'll be a underneath center, as that one's tipped away. Patrick Queen not going to get the pick. Though having said that, he has been really good at getting picks. I'm pretty sure, led the team in interceptions the last 2 seasons. Cut back here for Najee Harris, once again getting met by Patrick Queen and company. We'll say at least the defense feels faster. So there's that. 3rd and 7. Need to get the stop here, just force a field goal. Trips up top. Snap not going to get off before the end of the quarter. So we will start with that 3rd down as we start the 2nd. First quarter, I will say, defense, pretty solid. Offense can use a little bit more from them. Quick throw, lofting, and over the top of the intended receiver. I think it was Robinson. Wait, no, that was 17. I have no idea who 4 was. Best guess would have been Chark, but he's on our side. So it will be a field goal attempt here to level things up. From just inside the 30, Falcons nail it. Well, with quite a few games to get through today, let's jump into the slightly quicker sim. Davis Price with a 1st down and 3 straight rushes, all pretty solid, and then a nice chunk there to Marshall. Always like, he just crops up randomly with these nice chunk plays. I feel like our receiving group is solid. Like, I don't think there's much more for us to do, as Henderson gets the knockaway. 4th and 4 at the 32. I feel like this season we need to be aggressive, so let's head out here. Empty set, needing 4 yards for the 1st down. Hard count, no one jumps. Who's going to be the open man? We have Chark sitting wide open. We'll deliver that pass, 1st down to the 25. And from there, we'll jump into the watch portion here with a bunch up top, handed off. Scott cuts towards the top, does not escape the quick block shed by Omenahu. We'll get this tackle for a loss of 1. 2 receivers up top, 1 down below. Hard count again, no one jumps. Pass right across the middle. Moreau will get the grab, picking up about 6 yards. Leaving us with 5 more needed on 3rd down with a tight shotgun look. 2 receivers down below, 1 up top. Haven't seen Justin Jefferson get a grab yet, and that's going to continue as Marshall gets the grab down to the 6. We definitely have some speed at receiver. We have the dudes. I would have imagined this offense would have moved a lot better, and it was the defense slowing us down, as rolling over the defensive tackle, maybe even linebacker wearing a 99. It doesn't matter. Davis Price in the end zone. 1st touchdown of season 3. And with that lead, we'll jump into, again, that slightly quicker view. See if our defense can get the stops needed as Kelsey gets the 1st down. I mean, this Falcons team is no joke. It's the reason that they've been at the top, as Wan'Dale Robinson picks up 23 yards, and why not? We'll jump in from here. Now, as I was trying to say before the big catch, there's a reason this Falcons team has been the top of our division, as there was almost a sack right down the middle. I don't know if that was the rookie or if that was Williams. Either way, threw off the play, so I'll take it. But yeah, there's a reason this Falcons team has won our division back-to-back season. I mean, they have some good dudes. Pass up top going to Kelsey. In comes the defender. Not going to get the tackle until Deion Jones meets him. We'll make it a lot more of a manageable 3rd down. Only 4 needed for the 1st. Ruiz dumping it off to Najee, who's not going to get by 31. That's Patrick Peterson. I had to remember how to change his number, and that was one of the only ones really available. Though off the top of my head, I can't remember who wears 7 on the team, so might need to change it. I don't know. Patrick Peterson wearing 31. I don't like it, but it will be a field goal here for the Falcons, making it a 10-6 ball game. With a minute and 19 seconds, can this offense, with 3 timeouts, drive down the field and at least tack on a field goal? At the worst? I mean, that would be fantastic. At least make it a touchdown game into halftime. We'll see. We start at the 25. Will be a pass. Burrow in the pocket. Across the middle, going to be Chark, who takes a big hit there from Bobby Wags, but holds on to it. Be a gain of 5. However, going to also lose a lot of time, and as well as taking the time out. So great for Chark to hold on to the pass, but 5 yards there, waste about 20 seconds and a timeout. So all in all, not fantastic. As that ball pops out, Boston Scott gives the Falcons the ball at the 33. Was that Bobby Wags again? Let's take a look. See who ripped that one out. It was not Bobby Wags. Number 46, Monty Rice. I don't know how we let Monty Rice make that big of a play. 50 seconds and all 3 timeouts left here for the Falcons. With a bunch up top, one down below. Ruiz, pass across the middle, going to go to 4 once again. They looked for him down here on one of their previous possessions, was an overthrow. That time a much more accurate pass will be Rondale Moore. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They go right back to him, getting him a first down and a second timeout called just inside the red zone. Looking to add a touchdown here to take a lead before half. Ruiz will go up top and will find his receiver. That's going to be Robinson to the 6. Only 3 incomplete passes for Ruiz this whole half. He'll have a bunch down to the bottom. Kelsey up top. Najee goes out on a route. Here comes Danielle Hunter, and in his first game, season 3, already has racked up more sacks than his entire season last year. They'll cause them to call their last timeout and send out the field goal unit. So they will not take a lead, but it'll be a 1-point game as we head on in to half. And of course, by the head on into half, I always mean go right on through half, as Boston Scott ends that first half with a 2-yard rush. So as we get the second half underway, Falcons have the ball. I feel like maybe that's correct. Honestly, I can't remember who started off with the ball. I'm pretty sure they did. Wait, no, we definitely did. So yeah, all's good, as I remember way too late. 3rd and 5, throwaway by Ruiz, so we will get the stop and the punt. First half was not great, as Damian Lewis doesn't start the second half very well with a penalty. 1st and 5, we at least get 7. 2nd and 8, first down Chark. All right, a little bit more comfortable here, as a penalty on Grant Stewart will definitely help us out. The offense didn't move as well as I was hoping that first half. Sacked by Owe. Defense did play pretty well. 3rd and 18, knocked away by Monty Rice. Can we stop letting Monty Rice dictate this game? Yeah, defense played, I feel, pretty well that first half, only allowing 3 field goals. They do give up the first down on 3rd and 1 to Robinson, who has had a pretty good game. It's been Moore and Robinson for their receiving targets. Harris has been okay, and Amari Cooper, who even knew he was on the team? I'm pretty sure that was his first catch. 5 more yards, Kelsey. 2nd and 5, inside the red zone. Up to this point, defense has not allowed a touchdown. They've bent, haven't broken. We'll see if that continues here. 1st and 10, Ruiz with a bunch up top, sitting in shotgun. Passes, first down, inside the 2 or inside the 3, but a flag might back him up. And indeed, that'll be the case on Eric McCoy. So instead of a first down inside the 3, 1st and 20 at the 23. Will be a pass, Ruiz. Although pass rush coming in, Arden Key knocks it free, and Milton Williams somehow steals it from the offensive lineman who was standing right there. Once again, Arden Key coming through for this D. Who would have thought that our best defensive player would have been Arden Key at the start of this series? I don't care who it is, as long as we have one. Jefferson in motion, will fake the jet sweep to him. Davis Price spins off of a tackle, will pick up about a yard or 2. He's averaging 5 yards a carry to this point. Does have a touchdown, our only touchdown on the day. As Burrow sits back in shotgun, we'll set up a pass play. Across the middle, going to be caught. Chark, first down into plus territory, as he eventually will get called down. That was his 5th catch for 48 yards as we stick in shotgun. Burrow going to Moreau, who will catch it down at about the 41. And with that catch, very quickly moving on here to the 4th quarter. A low-scoring affair to this point. Only 1 touchdown for both teams, or combined for both teams. Luckily going our way. 10-9 as we look to add some more points as our 9 gets dropped. Burrow sacked again by Parsons, leaving another 3rd and very long. 17 yards needed as Parsons is in his X factor. There will be a shotgun set with that bunch up top. Quick throw underneath, going to get caught. Chark fights forward. 4th and 4 at the 42. I do not trust a 59-yard field goal from York, so 4th and 4. Let's go for it. Who's going to get the job done? Well, we can swing this one out. Boston Scott gets the catch, but he steps out of bounds. He had so much yardage in front of him. He cost us the fumble earlier that gave up points, and now he cost us a first down. Well, Boston Scott definitely not helping any real way of trying to keep him out on the field, as there's a quick dart right across the middle, gonna find Rondale Moore. First down into plus territory. Defense has been stingent, but opportunities the offense keeps giving the Falcons definitely are not helping out our defense. We send the blitz, doesn't hit home, knocked away on the outside. I believe that's Greedy Williams wearing 13 for us. We have 2 low number corners. I want to say 10 is Stingley, 13 is Greedy Williams. 2nd and 10. Ruiz, quick blitz as they set up the halfback screen that we swallow up Stingley on the opposite side. 3rd and 15. We've definitely managed to keep Harris in check. We've done pretty well with Kelsey as well, but we need it here. 3rd and 15. They go Kelsey's way. Quick stop. Both Greedy Williams and Stingley on the stop. 4th and 8 at the 41. They could take a field goal attempt at least from here. The defense on the sideline getting ready to try to hold a possible lead, as this will be a long one. Kicking from about the 48. Has the distance and does not have the accuracy. That one ends up wide left for Pinheiro. So our offense with 1 point advantage. 5 minutes, 5 seconds, and counting now. As we hand it off, Price just keeps fighting forward. We'll pick up another 5 yards. Honestly, to this point, I don't know if we've beat the Falcons in this series. Maybe the very first game might have been a win, but I know for sure last year we didn't beat them, and the year, well, I guess the year before that would have been the first year. The last matchup, I know we didn't beat them in year 1, so a lot on the line here as we come out with an ace single back set. Be a handoff, Price right down the middle, keeping those legs moving, picks up 6 yards. He's definitely been solid for us today, and with his talent that we've seen, he might be taking Boston Scott's receiving role as well. As he gets close to the first down, and the refs give it to us. No home field advantage there for the Falcons, as they only have 3 down at the line here. They're trying to protect against the pass, yet we've been rushing. Although it seems like they knew something I didn't, as we send out Davis Price. Will be an empty set for Burrow. Throwing down and too far down to the bottom. Missing Chark. And again, I don't think Justin Jefferson has had a single catch today. They've locked down Jay Jets. As we go back to the run, Monty Rice in the backfield. Loss of 2. As they come out with a double A gap look here on 3rd and 12. We need the first down here to help try to seal this game up. Just 10 seconds left before the 2-minute warning, and it will not be a first down. 4th and 8, we'll let the 2-minute warning hit, and then it'll be time to send out the field goal unit to make it a touchdown game. Cade York at the 34 would be a 44-yarder, has the distance, has the accuracy, 4-point advantage. Now it all lies on Ruiz and this Falcons offense. They have not been able to manage a touchdown today. Knock on wood, that continues. Quick stop across the middle. Najee Harris with the grab, brought down by number 6, who is also the amount of yards that they gained on the play. 20, not 20. I guess 22 gets the catch. I was trying to say 2nd and 4, but 20 came out. Either way, 20 not really involved there. 1st and 10. Quick lofting throw and a heck of a grab from number 19, and that jersey is broken. Fire your seamstress for those number placements. Stretch down to the bottom, Najee Harris gonna break the first tackle. Not picking up a whole lot more. Need a little bit more tackling ability there from Christian Fulton. 2nd and 4. As they're in hurry up, pass across the middle, Rondale Moore will get the first down past the 30. As they also have just about 30 seconds as they call their first timeout. They have 2 more available with not a whole lot of space to go. I mean, they drove down the field rather quickly here. Pass across the middle, going to get caught. Their backup running back checks in. Looks like Patrick tried to strip the ball there, but did not. Will be a 7-yard catch. Second timeout called. 2nd and 3, 24 seconds left at the 21. Throw down towards the end zone, and he held on to it in quadruple coverage. Amari Cooper, with only 2 grabs today, puts the Falcons up with 19 seconds. And he did it in actually triple coverage, but with 3 of our best cover guys across the middle, Patrick Queen, Deion Jones, and Xavier Woods, were all right there. Now we need at least a field goal with 3 timeouts, 19 seconds left. And I'll actually jump out here with the offense strictly for clock management purposes, as we're going to start with a little bit of some play action. Jay Jets has not had a single catch today. We toss it out to him. There we go. And that's it. That's the one play I'm gonna run. We're in field goal range now. At some point, you just have to give your main guy the chance. That's exactly what we did. 1st and 10. We'll hand this one off. Davis Price will get a few yards. Let this clock run inside 10 minutes. Call the timeout. Field goal unit set to tie this game up. Or at least I surely hope so. Timeout's being called by the Falcons, trying to ice our kicker. That is their last timeout, I'm pretty sure, as well. So Cade York to send us into OT from the 32 with a heck of a lot of power on that one. Will knock it through the uprights. We will be headed to overtime. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get the coin toss or anything like that popping up, but it will be the Falcons who will have the first chance to walk this game off of scoring their first touchdown. With 19 seconds left in the game, our defense will have to hold them to, at most, a field goal. 2nd and 8, back to Najee, who gets stuffed right down the middle, Milton Williams. I will say, I think the defensive line, mass improvement so far in this game. See if that continues into other games. 3rd and 7, pass across the middle, first down to Ron Robinson. What is his first name? I cannot remember. Wandale Robinson or something like that? Either way, the coverage across the middle has started to lighten up as the game has gone on. So if we could tighten that up. Milton Williams slows down Najee. Also going to have Patrick Queen there, who's done pretty well in the run-stopping game. 14 carries, 55 yards for Najee, so take that as you will. 2nd and 6, an empty look here for Ruiz. Sitting in the pocket, no pass rush. Can dump it off to Harris, who will get the first down. Christian Fulton a little bit slow there in coverage as we come out double A-gap versus their single back shotgun handed off. And it's going to be a decent carry there for number 16, Lippett. 3rd running back to check in for the Falcons on the day. Gives them a 2nd and 5, 2 tight ends to the bottom and a receiver in Robinson. We get play action pass right down the middle, caught Amari Cooper down to about the 30. Well, this Falcons offense has definitely turned things on since the 4th quarter started, as they're trying to walk off week 1. Here comes a pass rush. Milton Williams with the sack. We've gotten it from both the outside and the middle today. Plus, that pushes them a little bit further back. They missed a field goal from around this spot earlier. 2nd and 22. Ruiz, quick throw up top to 22, who will get the grab and almost breaks away, but can't stay on his feet. Leaves 15 more yards needed on 3rd down as they come out empty set. 2 receivers up top, the rest down below. As they go up top, and Robinson with yet another grab in tight coverage down to the 9. Every time we get that down and distance that should be in favor of us, one of their receivers comes through with a heck of a grab in tight coverage. 1st and goal, Ruiz picked up, still up and around, and eventually it hits the turf. For a second there, I thought we were about to have a defensive lineman get a pick. That would have been a heck of a way to end the drive. But instead, 2nd and goal. Ruiz down below will get the catch to Rondale Moore, I believe. And they do call it a catch down to the 4. 3rd and goal. Bunch up top, 1 down below. Najee in the backfield will go out on a route. Pass right across the middle. Knocked out Patrick Queen. That could have been the game winner. Instead, the field goal here down at the 10.5-yard line. They don't miss this one. Falcons take a lead and about 2 minutes left for our offense to find the game winner. We will start back at the 25. 2 minutes, 14 seconds, 2 timeouts in our pocket. Burrow will get a catch up top, goes to Moreau, who gets the first down. Also, 2-minute warning. At the worst, we need a field goal. A tie in week 1 would be interesting. A tight single back set here. Burrow dropping back, throwing up top once again. Rondale Moore gets the grab. Not going to get the first down. Nice tackle there. Bobby Wags in open space. Be just a gain of 4. We need to probably get about 20, 30 more yards for a field goal here. Burrow in X Factor, lofting up, and Jay Jets doesn't make that grab? Madden, did you watch any of the Vikings games last year? 3rd and 4 from the 24. Or 24? Wow, 42. Dyslexia. Pass across the middle. There's Jay Jets with the first down up to about the 45, crossing midfield. I would say about the 35 is the mark for the field goal. We'll get the halfback screen out. We're going to get the 35 past the 30, fighting down to the 26 and out of bounds. And with a play like that, definitely makes me think Davis Price over Boston Scott moving forward. Trips up top, 1 down below is Moreau. Burrow going up top, and he almost throws the game-ending pick. That happened all too often for us last year. We're going to go again with the same formation here, 2nd and 10. Hopefully everyone recovered from that heart attack. 2nd and 10, pass across the middle. Moreau with a first down to about the 11, maybe 12. Trying to walk this one off. Sub 30 seconds left in OT. Burrow snaps the ball. Quick lofting throw. Marshall can't bring it in. Knocked out just as we did back in the end zone on the opposite side to force the field goal. Gonna make an audible or a hot route here. Handed this one off. Davis Price not gonna get away from, I believe that was Omenahu. It was pretty solid for us in the Texas State Only challenge. Why have we not called any timeouts? This is gonna be the last play, and it's a run play? Please call the timeout. Call the timeout. Why are we not? Madden, you suck. We were down at the goal line with 2 timeouts in our pocket, and Madden does as Madden does. We could have at least taken the field goal there and tied this game. I would have been fine with a tie, but Madden is Madden, and we don't use 2 of the timeouts that we had. And that is a prime example of why people have such a love-hate relationship with Madden. Love because it's the only football game we really have that's semi-decently made, but hate because it's so... yeah, it's Madden. Either way, out of our control, week 1 loss against the Falcons. Now, we have a stretch of games. The next 2 weeks are not divisional matchups. We didn't really watch any divisional matchups last season, so I do want to watch a couple. So let's sim the next 2 weeks and jump into at least that quarter sim and then go by ear for the second half against the Panthers. So let's see if the team can bounce back in just straight up sims. That's kind of tended to be where they've played the best, but also not at the same time. So fingers crossed, I guess. And it'll be an 0-3 start for season 3. The one good news, though, against the Chargers, Davis Price had a breakout opportunity, and he nailed it. He got whatever he needed, and he's now a star dev. So there's at least that. And we at least played semi-consistently throughout the game. It wasn't like we waited until the 4th quarter to come alive, but only 21 points with this offense? At least the guys that we have on the offense? I don't know. We give up 3 touchdowns to a rookie quarterback. We don't pick him off. We sack him 7 times, though, so the defensive line, they've come alive. Joe Burrow, only 1 touchdown, 254 yards. No interceptions, no sacks. That's fine, because I told the team focus on the running. And it didn't go all too well in terms of yards per carry. Only 3, essentially, for Davis Price. But he had the 2 touchdowns, and that's what he needed. He needed the 2. Receiving-wise, Jefferson, at least showed up in this game. 5 catches, 105. It's what we expect to see from him. However, we give up a touchdown to Breece Hall, Christian Kirk, and Noah Fant. Defensively, at least for us, Xavier Woods leads us with 9 tackles. Tackles for a loss, there are a few. 2 for Hunter, the 1 for Queen and McKee. I see the Rook getting out there, and he did get 1 of the sacks. However, the main guy still is Arden Key, who also, I think, has already tied the amount of sacks he had last season in the first 2 games. So that's fantastic. Milton Williams with 1.5. We saw McKee had 1, and Daniil Hunter with 0.5. So he already has surpassed what he did in year 1 as well. So the defensive line is now working. However, it's the offense that still is yet to do anything considering the kind of talent they have. And a missed field goal here for Cade York is actually the difference between us losing this game and going into overtime. Why can we not handle field goals when we need the field goals? That was at least something we didn't have to worry about when it came to the Eagles game because we lost 31-17. So the defense clearly didn't show up in this one. And we at least hit the field goal in the fourth quarter. There's that, I suppose. Now, Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdowns for him, 331 yards. We did not sack him a single time. We did, however, sack Mitchell Trubisky. Interesting. Burrow, 240, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He wasn't sacked, though. Trying to find something to highlight here. Austin Eckler, 5 yards a carry. Davis Price, just under 4. Lawrence had a slightly better average than our main running back. Yeah, I don't know. This offense just doesn't make sense. Tyler Lockett killed us. Traquan Smith killed us. Justin Jefferson led us in receiving, 5 catches, 64 yards. Murrow pretty close to that. Davis Price did get a receiving touchdown, and he's taken over the receiving running back role as well. We also gave up 2 more touchdowns to DJ Moore. Patrick Queen led us in tackles with 12. He also had 2 tackles for a loss. Continues to be a ball hawk for us. Arden Key with 1 and Daniil Hunter with 1. And the 1 sack on Mitchell Trubisky came from Patrick Peterson on a safety blitz. Take that as you will. I don't know. Don't know. Cade York at least 100% in field goals this time and hit both his extra points. So we are now 0-3 to start our season. Once again, bottom of our division. And we're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Now, the Panthers, despite being 2-1, are not atop of our division. They're actually right above us in 3rd place. The rest of our division has started the season off, I would say, pretty well. Buccaneers 3-0, the Falcons 2-1. So we're going to jump into the quarter sim here versus the Panthers, and we need to get something going. Or we're going to have to start looking for maybe some trades for someone on offense, because our offense is just not getting the job done. So let's jump in and then go from there. Now, I'm just waiting for one of these games for our offense to just let it rip. But that just does not seem to be something this offense can do. First quarter ends with a 0-0 score line. As we get into the second quarter, Carolina scores the first touchdown. We manage a field goal, as do they. So a 10-3 score line here as we tack on a field goal just before half. So let's get on into the third and through the third quarter, as it's a 4-point ball game. We finally get ahead, 3 points. Okay, tack on another 3, and we have a 16-10 game into the fourth quarter. And from here, let's slow it down a little bit. Carolina, they start off in plus territory. Short little run there. 6 more yards, leaves 3rd and 1, which Wilkins converts. Getting him not into the red zone as he loses 2 yards. 2nd and 12. They pick up 10, 3rd and 2. Do we get the stop? No. So now we could jump in. A 16-10 ball game. About 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. They're at the 10. Quick throw, and not quick enough for any of our defensive players to try to get a pick off of that. But an incomplete pass I will take. It's been primarily passing for the Panthers, 33-21. With a toss up top, stuffed in the backfield, Arden Key. 15 rushes, 51 yards for Gibson, however, on the day. That will back them up, 3rd and 16. With 2 receivers down to the bottom, a fullback in the backfield, the tight end at the top of the line. Will be a drop back pass. Tua gets it knocked away. Christian Fulton will force the field goal attempt to make this a 3-point ball game. At the 23-yard line, Justin Tucker, I'm pretty sure the only superstar kicker I could think of, nails it. And it will be 16-13. And I would say this is a big offensive drive. So we're going to start from the get-go at the 30 with a tight shotgun look. Burrow, play action pass, picked off. And it might be a pick six. No, at least we get the tackle there with Lyle Collins. I think it's Burrow. I think Burrow is the problem with this team, but he's the only quarterback option we have. I've never seen an X-Factor quarterback play so poorly I've seen better from like a 56 overall quarterback. As they go with the jet sweep, swallowed up in the backfield once again, Arden Key. So at least we have the defense coming through for us. There's at least that. 2nd and 13, Tua, lone in the backfield. Up top, will find his receiver, Christian Fulton, with a little bit of some soft coverage there. At least collapses on Duvernay to get the stop prior to the first down. 3rd and 2 at the 11. Hard count, no one jumps. Will be a pass here from Tua. Sitting in the pocket down below, caught, but coming back for it, I believe, is Hawkinson. Does not get the first down, instead a gain of nothing. Christian Fulton there to get the tackle. So when we had a 6-point advantage late on, we allow 2 field goals. Assuming this one's going to be good from Tucker, because, well, it's Tucker. And indeed, it is good. A tied game here late on. Well, at this point, I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow is Paul Crewe. Because the only thing that makes sense for how little we score is the fact that he's shaving points. As we send in motion Chark, he'll take the jet sweep. Safety or maybe even a slot corner just sitting there. We'll get the quick tackle. We'll leave 2nd and 9. 2 receivers out there, maybe even 3. Actually, I do think it's 3. Murrow tying it at the bottom. Will be a handoff. Price right down the middle. And, you know, honestly, we might have to switch this offense to just a straight up hand the ball off to Davis Price every single time. That might be what we have to do. There's one other thing I might want to check after this game. See if there's any possibilities. But then other than that, it might be take Burrow out of this offense entirely. 3rd and 5. Will be a pass. Burrow will get the first down across the middle to Davis Price. As Cushenberry, our center, takes a knee after the play. Well, he'll head to the sideline to get that checked out, as either Ingram, the main backup for us, is going to go in at center there, or one of the new signees from the offseason, whose name I honestly can't remember. We need Burrow to lead a game-winning drive here, and honestly, I'm not sure if he could do it. 2 receivers up top, 1 down below. Burrow will set up the halfback screen, so it seems like even the CPU is having the same thinking I am. Just give the ball to Davis Price. He's risen since bringing him in. He, wasn't super highly rated. I want to say a 74, 75. He's up to about an 80. And now a star dev as we find Chark at the sideline. Nice catch. Joe Burrow, 25 of 40 with a touchdown and an interception. So, not fantastic for an X-Factor quarterback. Price right down the middle. Rumbling, stumbling, picking up 5 yards. Just about 4.5 yards outside the red zone. So we could definitely chew clock here. Let Cade York hit the game winner. Boston Scott checks in at running back, and he will pick up a few yards falling forward. Just shy of the first down. Be 3rd and inches. Well, that timeout from the Panthers kind of comes in handy for us. Allows Davis Price to catch his breath as he checks in and does not break the tackle of Lawrence. Was also really good for us in the Pacific Northwest Challenge. If you missed it, that was the one prior to this one. Tied the record, kind of. I mean, the second team to win this challenge within one season, as Cade York with the field goal puts us up by said field goal with about a minute left on the clock. Now the crowd chanting, "Who dat gonna beat them Saints?" to an 0-3 Saints team, as we need to get the stop here to try to just win this game. Would be a divisional win, so that would be big. Panthers, under 40 seconds left, 1 timeout remains. They need to get to just inside the 40, or actually just outside the 40, for a possible field goal attempt to send this one into OT. Knocked out 28, great job. Honestly, not sure who 28 is. Maybe that was 26, if so, Fulton. But I can't remember a 28 on this team. I don't know. 2nd and 10, Panthers. Bad pass there from Tua. 22 of 41 on the day, 254 and a touchdown. Hopefully he throws an interception here. Knock on wood. 3rd and 10. Will be a pass. Not going to be an interception, but Gibson drops it. So 4th and 10, the game on the line. They need the 42 for the first down and maybe a field goal. And they will get the first down, maybe in field goal range. They call their last timeout. We're trying to ice them with 11 seconds on the clock. This ball game lies in the boot of Justin Tucker. We know he could hit from 60 plus. He has the power and sends it right down the middle. Tie game. about 15 seconds left. It was actually much shorter than 15 seconds. 11 seconds pre-kick, 4 seconds, and it looks like we're just going to hand this one off Davis Price, who will stretch it towards the top. We'll get dropped, and we'll head into our second overtime match this episode. However, I think it glitched a little bit. Did not actually go into overtime, and we start off with the ball, throwaway, leaves a 3rd and 12, of which we nearly get the first down. Do we go for it here, though? Wanted to come out here and at least see the distance, and it looks like the ball's pretty much at the line to gain, so Darrell Williams will pick up the first down and get thrown down by his face mask. So we'll tack on the extra yards, moving us just past midfield, and considering how the last overtime went, I don't trust the CPU to properly manage our clock, the timeouts. We should have had at least a tied ball game at the end of that first one. So let's at least run a drive here. See if we could walk this game off. Burrow, where is he going to go? Well, he's stuck on someone, evades the rush. We'll end up finding Jefferson with the first down to the 31. Only Jefferson's 4th catch of the day, but 90 yards. It'll set us up at the 31 for a play action. We have our guy in the back of the end zone. Chark drags the feet, gets the grab, and we will walk this game off. Take that, Madden. No booth review comes in. A fantastic grab from Chark, an even better throw. Finds Chark in that back of the end zone, drags the feet. An absolutely amazing play. And we have our first win of the season. 339 passing yards, only 75 rushing yards. And we had 3 turnovers. Gotta clean that up. Now, at least thankfully, our fans could actually chant and sing their celebration songs and it not be ironic. At least one win in this season, but still an 85 offense. You have to imagine they'd be playing better. So there is one thing I do want to check out before we move on, and I'm thinking maybe we even close out this episode against the Falcons again in week 7. See if we could get some revenge off of Madden being Madden, but I do want to check out the trade center really quickly. Now, I was just curious if there was a chance for us to bring in Jamar Chase. I say get offers, and the Steelers say there's nothing you could send us that would even make us slightly interested in any sort of trade. Well, I kind of want to test that out. Their biggest need is a right guard. I have Ed Ingram. Are they interested at all in Ed Ingram? Obviously, they're not going to go with this one. Just want to see what the entrance level is. And, not very high, but he's just a backup, at least for us. However, they do have a lot more interest for Lewis, and then Ingram would take over that spot for Lewis. So where does this put us on the trade? And, it's somewhere. And if we wanted to put a package together of a future first-round pick and Lewis, maybe halfway there. So yeah, it doesn't seem like we really have any chance of bringing in Chase. Would maybe have to just be like Chase and Justin Jefferson and then maybe give up something. I was hoping to maybe try to work something out there just to try to see if we could get this offense moving. Just doesn't seem to really be the case. So maybe what we need to do is go do what I was thinking about while watching that Panthers game, is switching the offense to more of a run first, then pass. I mean, I feel like that's not going to take advantage of guys like Chark and Jefferson and even Moreau, but we're not winning games because our offense isn't scoring. So we have to try to do something. So we're going to make that change. We're going to do running first, and then we're going to sim through these next 2 weeks and then get on into the Falcons. And hopefully we can put together a streak of wins and finish this episode above 500? Knock on wood. And well, that change shows mixed results. We do get the win against the Packers, though it is a close game, 27-24. We then lose against the Seahawks, 28-21. So we're still not blowing any teams out by any means, but it definitely shifted where we do a majority of our scoring, at least here in the Packers game. Most of it in the second quarter, where traditionally we've kind of been a fourth quarter team. So that a little bit different. We'll take a look at the individual stats. Daniel Jones, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Did sack him twice, but Joe Burrow, under 200 yards, no touchdowns nor interceptions. But a great showing, at least for Davis Price, just shy of 4 yards a carry, 27 carries, a little bit high, 106 and a touchdown. Boston Scott, only 2.2 yards a carry, 1 touchdown, not fantastic. Better slightly for Darrell Williams, 3.7 average with a touchdown. So all of our running backs had a rushing touchdown, so that part's good. Isaiah Pacheco definitely killed us in the receiving game. 3 catches, 106 and a touchdown. Stephen Holloway, a rookie, also did pretty well. Jefferson still getting 5 catches, 70 yards, so that part's good. But yeah, we didn't do very well, looks like, stopping their passing game. But we have done well stopping other teams getting sacks on us, so there's that. Patrick Peterson led the team in tackles with 7. So at least 1 tackle for a loss, just 2. Christian Fulton and Danielle Hunter. Danielle Hunter did get another sack in this game. The 1 for him, and then split between Patrick Queen and Milton Williams. And Cade York, 100% across the board. So that, good to see. That seemed like a solid game. Needed to get better in coverage, which again, don't know how we're struggling still in coverage. We have some of the best possible guys we could. Now in this game, it was a little bit more split throughout, or even throughout. Defense didn't do fantastic in the second quarter, but did pretty well in the first quarter, but we allowed a touchdown per quarter. So, I mean, not awful from the defense. Joe Burrow, under 150, no touchdown, no interceptions, was sacked once. Marquis might be Marquis Watson. No touchdowns, no interceptions, just shy of 200 yards. Did not get a sack, though. And Dameon Pierce ran all over us, over 100 yards, 5.2 a carry, 2 touchdowns. Davis Price, solid, 3.7. I would like that to be around 4 or higher, but did get the touchdown. Better day for Boston Scott, getting another touchdown. And another pair of touchdowns further down here for Jaquan Hardy and Jacob Johnson. Receiving-wise, a much better showing in this game. We didn't allow any 100-plus receivers. However, Foster Moreau was our best receiver. 4 catches, 43 yards. Jefferson only 3 catches for 32. Defensively, Deion Jones for the first time leads us in tackles. He had 12. Doesn't look like we have a whole lot of tackles for loss. Again, just 2, Arden Key and Danielle Hunter, but that is at least consistent. And another 100% day for Cade York. So, some good, some bad. Feels slightly better, at least, than the first couple matches, the first couple games. Switching back and forth between football, soccer. Games and matches. Keep saying the wrong one. Either way, we are 2-4. Set to take on the Falcons for the second time in this episode, and for the last time, hopefully, this season. A win could mean, or would mean, because we beat the Panthers, that we would jump all the way up to second in our division. So this is a big win for us if we could manage it. But once again, we're going to jump in, and it's going to be by quarter. Now, we'll definitely get through at least the first half this way, and then kind of go from there. The first quarter, not a lot of movement at all. Game still tied 0-0. As we move along, though, Falcons do score quickly in the second quarter and tack on 2 touchdowns. Our offense still yet to score, and it will be 14-0 going into the second half. Starting the third quarter, we will get through the third quarter, see if we can make this anything here. 24-0, well, it really does not seem like we're going to make this much of a game. The Falcons have destroyed us. It looks like, again, 24-0, 3rd and 11. We do get the stop at least. We'll jump in here with our offense. We need to score 25 points in about 6.5 minutes. See if we can get the job done here. Burrow will avoid the sack, throw the ball out, and Chark will get the short gain, 4 yards. 11 of 17, 92 yards is Burrow's day so far, so it doesn't seem like the run game has been all too great. Considering Parsons is already in his X-Factor mode, I imagine there's been quite a few sacks, tackles for a loss, something along those lines. Moreau with the catch will be the first down up to the 35. We'll have 2 up top, 1 down below. Need this to be quick hurry-up offenses if we're going to try to make this even a possibility of being a thing late. Moreau with another first down grab. At least the completion percentage hasn't been bad for Burrow. We'll probably take a look at the stats at the end and then try to make a plan for the next half of the season. Burrow up top, going to find 84. I want to say that's the backup tight end in Steven Sullivan. Indeed it is, with a quick grab, 7 yards there. 2nd and 3. As you probably have a lot more 2 tight end looks with this playbook, that's the word. Boston Scott, catch out of the backfield, first down, about a gain of 6, as we've already chewed off a good chunk of time without any points being scored. Definitely not a quick strike offense for sure. Burrow in the pocket. We'll dump it off underneath. I mean, that's just what we just keep doing over and over again. Makes good for completion percentages, but for late in games when you need some touchdowns, not really. So this offense continuing to struggle. With a pass across the middle, Marshall does get the first down. Just over 3 minutes left. We need 4 scores, 4 touchdowns. As that's swatted down, nice job 14. Just looking for some positive to take away from this game. Now, unfortunately, we have some of the best possible players we could have on offense swatted down once again, 14. Yeah, we have some of the best guys, so it now moves along to what can we do schematically? What can we do with the playbook to try and get this offense moving in some way? Because with the amount of talent we have, would surely imagine we'd be scoring a lot of points. Right now, shut out late on in the 4th quarter with Burrow, Jefferson, Chark, Moreau. I mean, I don't know what more we could do here. As it sits right now, next episode might be a testing period for some different playbook designs. See what ends up working, as apparently we actually had a turnover on downs there. So this game is pretty much over, so let's just end it. Jump this, or move this into fast mode, move to the end of the game. Falcons, don't add on any more points, but it will be a shutout, a sweep against the Falcons once again. Now, actually, I think we will save the stats for the start of next episode. I think where we need to actually take a look at is this roster itself, and specifically the offense. I think the defense did come a long way this episode with the changes made. More happy with how they're playing. They're not fantastic yet, but we're relying on them a lot because the offense isn't moving. So let's take a look at what we have offensively, and we'll come up with a plan moving forward. And I'll definitely create a new playbook for the next episode, and we'll show that at the beginning of the next episode as well. So Joe Burrow is supposed to be a really good guy. I mean, he's supposed to be fantastic. But the thing to remember with Burrow is he does not have a strong arm, right? He has 89 throw power. Now, the accuracies are good. His best is short. All of them are good. But he does not have that arm to really move the ball deep downfield. So I think we need to remember that. I think we need to set up an offense that's going to, in the passing game, attack primarily short and medium. So 5 to like 15 yards downfield. That needs to be the primary area of which we are going after through the air. Occasionally we'll take a deep ball, but I think it also needs to be coming off of some play action, but a spread play action. We have a lot of receivers, tight ends that are catchers first and foremost, right? So let's spread out the middle of these defenses, open up the middle, and then use some inside zone, some draws to Davis Price, even get him involved in the passing game, and attack the middle once it's been spread out. I think that's going to be the best thing to move forward here with this offense is spread, short and medium passing, some rushing mixed in there. I think that will help Burrow out the best. Now, when we take a look over at our receivers, but specifically talking about the short route running, Jefferson has a 97. The next best is Chark, and it's a pretty steep drop off down to a 78, and then Terrence Marshall 77. So an issue that we might be having at receiver is more so we don't really have great route runners outside of Jefferson. I mean, Chark is okay. I mean, he's solid, but I wouldn't say good. Same for Marshall. I mean, these are spots where you'd kind of hope you'd be starting off at with a receiver, not Chark, who's pretty much at like his prime right now. Marshall, a better starting point, considering he's a little bit younger. Releases also aren't too high for anyone past Jefferson. I mean, 97 dropping down to 76 and 78. So spread would maybe help out a little bit. Then we could get some of the other receivers potentially involved. Right now, the next man off the bench, Jamarcus Bradley. There's also Racey McMath, and then 2 undrafted rookies in Deion McDaniels and Mike Ricard. Or Richard, potentially. Either way, we have a lot of receivers. I think we do need to get the spread happening. So I think just making that change to a spread style, run 4 or 5 receivers, tight end out there as well, and then occasional halfback dives or draws down the middle, getting the halfbacks involved in the passing game. Maybe that's the way to go. So I'm going to work on that playbook in between episodes. If you guys have any ideas, let me know down below. But we're in season 3. It's kind of that point where we have to start seeing some success because we're halfway through the series by now. Only could get through season 5, and if we don't, Louisiana might be the first team to fail the challenge. So we'll see. Make sure that you guys stick around so you can see if the new playbook helps, or if Louisiana is the first team to fail this challenge. Hit the subscription button either down below next to that bell icon, or you could hit my bear icon in the bottom right, but definitely make sure you're hitting that bell icon so you're notified when these videos go live. This series posted every single Wednesday and Saturday. On Monday and Thursday, the Commanders Replacement Squad series, and then Tuesdays and Fridays, we're closing in on the end of the FIFA 23 My Player career, which will take over with a FIFA 23 Create a Club. So if you're interested in FIFA, make sure you check out that series as well. But that's going to do it for us here. Defense is looking better. Offense, despite being an 87, is still holding us back. So there's some major work to do on that side. We'll try to get that done next time. So until then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
How it's supposed to feel.